It is a busy day here in Hopetown, villagers rushing about, as Hilma ponders her next move. Her armor has done a great job at keeping her safe, keeping her alive, yet it also slows her down. She will need to stay nimble, quick, and she'll also need better firepower. Unfortunately here, at the dawn of time, we are limited when it comes to that kind of firepower. Yet, I believe Hilma might have had something of a breakthrough. We have the opportunity to make a shotgun shell press, a makeshift one at that, and it's going to require a little bit of innovation to put it all together. But with that, Hilma will be able to use actual shotguns, and they're still just going to be basic pipes, using unrefined black powder. But they'll be a step above what she's using right now. Shotguns have power. They can stop even large creatures in their tracks. And most importantly, we're after things that can pierce armor. So, that shall be the plan today. Hilma will put hammer to anvil and will put her skills to the test. Kia ora, Legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm, Innawood, where everybody is busy here. We've got Lakendra and Ed who are chopping wood at the moment. We had Madeline doing some farming for us, and now she's just working on some piping at the drop hammer over here. We can't see her, but she's there. Trust me, she's there. Everyone else is off doing something at this stage, and we have Lakendra with us. So, speaking about weapons in the open there, and about shotguns and everything else, we are going to need some kind of revolution when it comes to weaponry for Hilma. The flintlocks that she's been using are great, and I would love to be able to use a proper shotgun, even just a pipe shotgun. But the more that I look into it, the more that I see that it's just outside of our technical range right now. So even making a pipe shotgun, which we can make the shotgun, that's not the issue. It's the ammunition that ends up being a problem. We can make a shot shell press, which is great, but we can't make the hull or the primer. We don't have the means to do that as of yet. We might be able to get that if we can get our devices higher, and we also might be able to get more weaponry recipes by improving our devices. That's what it's been limited to before in the past from memory. So having a look at our crafting skills here, our devices is currently at 2. We are going to need to get that higher than where it's at the moment. Our fabrication is off the charts as always, which is great. But yeah, we need devices to get higher, and or rifles, or even, handguns. Handguns might allow us to make flintlock pistols and the rest, which maybe having more smaller weaponry is better than just having, the 2 big guns on our back that are unruly to carry around. So we'll chat with some of our people, see if they have any pistol skills, but I think it's going to come back to devices, because learning any kind of combat skill is very difficult for Hilma to do. So, if we want to try and improve our devices, let's see what we're going to be able to make. Right, okay, coming back to this, it looks like it's just straight up bear traps. Okay, and it does take us a while to make this because we don't have the principles of trapping yet. That is something that we can get. We just need a spring. How difficult is it going to be to make a spring? Can we actually make one at this point? I would hope that we can make one at the blacksmith. We can make one here. Takes 3 hours. It's not actually that bad. Popping over to here though and having a look at this. Oh, okay, done smithing. All right, well let's get Ramshackle back there, as I think we had kind of filled all the slots of people that could be working. And let's have a look. Spring, I don't see spring there. On the drop hammer, that's okay, we'll have a look at the top. I see many things, but I do not see a spring. Okay, well that is something that we're just going to have to make ourselves. We could batch it so that we can make more than one, and it would be faster because we have friends with us. Yeah, actually that does become significantly faster. We're using a fair few of our lumps of steel to be able to do this, but I think we're just going to go for 2 for now. Say yes to that, and yeah, use those lumps. We can see that Lakendra is trying to sleep, but keeps on getting woken up, I think, by Ed chopping away down there. Making planks for us. But hey, look, we've got our springs, that's good. We do need to have a little bit of a munch, so let's go see what we can do there. Oh, right, you made the sheet metal for us. Thank you, I appreciate that. The sheet metal is going to allow us to make other things over in the kitchen. Specifically, we need the smaller metal plates, but we can get that just by taking those apart. Okay, we've got a lot of cattail stalks and rhizomes and everything else like that. Don't worry, I still haven't forgotten about wanting to tame a cow and other livestock. Right now we're trying to improve our devices first before anything else. And it's a nice easy walk over here to the kitchen, so we don't really need to keep much else on us. Let's just go and dive through the window here dramatically and maybe have a look at making a bear trap. Our focus is good, so we're okay in that department. Do we want to try and batchcraft this? I mean, there's always a chance that we fail it, and also 11 lumps of steel. Can we take you apart? I really hope that we can. Maybe let's just try and make one for now to begin with and just see how that goes. Okay, we're very wary at this point. We're going to stop crafting and let's have some water. We actually have a fire going back at home at the moment. Our calorie intake is very high, so I'm fine with us just drinking the rest of the water there. And we'll probably leave everyone else just doing their thing. The sun isn't far off from setting, so let's just go have an early night, I say. Oh, and how is that fire doing here? Okay, it is clean water, so we're going to go and extinguish the fire. Good stuff. And let's just pour that back into our sealed stomach there. Oh, good morning, good day. We're a little chilly waking up this morning. Our head has recovered nicely. Let's just get everyone to wake up so we can actually get out of here. Start swapping positions and head on out. It's dark outside, which is to be expected. We'll go have ourselves some breakfast. How are you guys doing? Are you still chopping away at the moment? No, you are sleeping. Just kind of all over the show. That's okay. I mean, there's some nice beds in here if you do want to use them, you know? I suppose we should look at getting some of the vegetables that we've got just preserved, which we can do over at the board. Okay, let's see. Oh, right, good. Arturo, you're done with crafting. You've brought back something. I hope some wooden panels. Oh, wooden beams. Okay, we can make those into wall panels. And okay, yeah, Pony's still going to be gone for ages, but Madeline is back and you've got some pipes for us. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Cheryl's still going to be chipping away at making more panels for us for a good long while. So we're not going to be able to build anything here just for a little bit, but we can do, well, dehydrated fruit. Can we do dehydrated vegetables? We can just straight up make cattail starch, or rather we should be able to. We've definitely got rhizomes over there. We might need to make a separate board over there, or rather use the board that's just in the center of the saw. Yeah, there we go. No? Okay. Interesting. It just seems like we can cook some basic things, but as far as preservation goes, yeah, it doesn't work as easily. Well, you know what? We do have some strawberries over there. Let's just say 39 of them, thank you. And Ramshackle, you'll be the one to do that. Thanks. As for the rest of the crew, we're going to bring them back over here with us and we are going to continue working here. We will need the light on, of course. Aha. Okay, we have no power currently. Interesting. Why is that? Plug-in appliances. I mean, they're plugged into each other currently. That is working. We might need to climb on top of the roof briefly. Oh, bookshelf. You make it a little easier to do that, don't you? Yeah. Do we still have the grappling hook? Yes, we do. Okay, everyone just kind of stay here. Let's chuck that grappling rope down and climb on up and just see what the situation is. Okay, so it does have power at the moment, but it's not connected to a battery. Plug-in appliance. Is our extension cord gone? I feel like the extension cord isn't here for whatever reason. Interesting. Okay, well, we should be able to climb down here. Totally easy. We'll leave that there for the moment. I need to track down where our extension cord has gone because it's not plugged into here anymore. Usually you can take it away. Okay, strange. Okay, all right. It's hooked up. That should be working now. Yes? Let's pop back down and see. And we'll grab our rope back too. Battery, how are we looking? Okay, we have power. Strange, I don't know how that got disconnected. Turn on the light. All right, it should be enough to just keep going, I think. Let's just have a look. We're going to need you to... Oh, right. Great. Grid power flow, 12 watts, appliance power consumption. We can't turn it on, but it's just turned off. Let's just plug in the lamp. Ah, okay. It's a 20 watt consumption, so it's a little bit more than what it's able to put out at the moment. Okay, that's fine. That's not an issue. We'll just use our lamp for now, but good to know that things are hooked back up and that the battery should be storing power once again. And with the sun rising, we've been working all morning on this bear trap. Well, we've done it. We have a bear trap. How are we looking devices-wise? I really hope that put a decent dent in it. Okay, was our devices on 3 before? And we had just kind of lost the knowledge? We got the principles of trapping, so we'll be faster in the future. Lakendra was having a little bit of an asthma attack. Oh, and yeah, no, we did. Okay, at like 20% in, we managed to get it to 3. Ah, man. But that did do some things for us. Under other, we've got shotgun trap, and we have a crossbow trap. And those are devices 3. Right. And then under practice, we've got lockpicking and lockpicking improvised. Both of those things won't get our devices skill above level 3. It'll help us with lockpicking, but man. Okay. So I think literally the only thing that we can do to improve our devices from this point is the traps. Yep. The shotgun trap and the crossbow trap. They're the only things that are level 3 for devices. Which, I mean, we totally could make a crossbow trap, but I think getting to devices 4, will that help us? I don't know. We didn't learn how to make anything else. We didn't learn how to make the shotgun hulls, which obviously you might imagine would come from shotguns as a skill. So, yeah, maybe that's the focus that we need to have. We're actually on our way to getting a point in shotguns. We might have even had a point in the past and it's been dropping down. It shouldn't drop below the number that you've been able to get it to. Like rifles, for example, we can see that where that's at. Although I think the shotguns was just from the blunderbusses, right? Because these will be classified as rifles. Yeah, they are. And having a look at combat here, aim, game, target, practice kit. I mean, we just need a blunderbuss for that, but we can't make this target practice kit. Yeah, no knowledge of how to make it. You would imagine just being able to shoot at something would improve your skill. And hey, that is something that we can totally do. But the issue is we are very, very slow at getting those combat skills. So we might actually have to rely on our other people here a little bit more. So I'm going to have a chat to each of them to try and see if I can figure out what they have in terms of abilities and what might be able to get taught to Hilma. Alright, Madeline has 1 in shotguns and 1 in handguns. That might be the best that we can get right now. Okay, so I think we can see where we can get our skills. So we could get 1 in handguns. Right now we have 0. We can get to 1. Okay, that's pretty good. And that's really all that we can get from her at this point. We'll just say, yep, sounds good. Let's begin. The training is happening. Oh wow, we're getting like super wary from this. I guess it's intensive training. If we get some training in handguns. Where did that put us? 36%. We're extremely wary. Okay, that's getting somewhere. So Madeline might be our teacher when it comes to ranged combat. But I am still really, it's a bit of a guessing game if we're actually going to get anything for this. But that's kind of part of this process, is figuring all of that out. In terms of our construction progression at the moment, the thing that we're waiting for is more wooden panels. And we're very close to being able to expand, like we only need like 7. So I might see if we can just do some of that ourselves here with all of these folks helping out. We'll just go have a snack first of all. Okay, yep, no, we can totally make this thing. It'll take 2 hours. We are extremely wary at the moment, so it does make me a little nervous trying to do this, but we'll start it. Oh yeah, I mean, it's slow going. They are helping us out at the moment, but I pretty much just want to work until we get to the end of the day. And there we go, the sun's starting to set. We'll go have ourselves a dinner, and then we'll have a sleep. Let everyone else have a proper rest as well, and then in the morning we'll finish that off. And And I think some of the other crafting projects that we've got going on will be done too. Let's flick this light on this morning and see how we are looking. I mean, power-wise, it should be totally fine now. We'll check and see if anyone else is done before we get stuck into it. All right, more wood. That's always good. Gerald, welcome back. There's so much wood. There's always so much to process there. And Ramshackle, you're back from cooking. Okay. Was there anything else cooking-wise that we could get done at this point? Just tinder. Okay. So we'll use all hands at the moment just to be able to help us finish this. So it should be much faster now. And there we go. Wooden panels for days. So we should make sure that we've got everyone within sight so that we can get as many people working on this as possible. Oh, Cheryl's done crafting. Well, welcome back, Cheryl. And the pantry's empty. So we'll change that. You've got all those wooden panels for us, huh? Okay, yeah, excellent. We're gonna have to restock that pantry. Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of the food went to Pony to do this season worth of work. Oh, actually, yeah, I think before we do anything else, we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to give some more food to them. Okay, I'm gonna get that sorted. There is so much dehydrated fruit in here, that should be totally fine. I want to make sure that we keep some of that for ourselves though, just so we can try and make some pemmican. So we'll take 200, put that aside, just leave that out on the table for now. And we'll just let them load up what they can in terms of calories now. So we're gonna have to move that base camp food storage to that point there. And that should do it, I think. Distribute food. What do we got? It's a lot of calories. Yep, send it. And we'll get everybody gathered around us so that we can have a look at putting in either the pantry or the dining section. I mean, we've kind of been working on the dining section, so I think we'll just finish that off. 5 days and 2 hours. I debate that. I think it's going to take nowhere near as long, as we can pretty much get everyone on this. Lake and Madeline will be staying behind. That's totally fine. Everyone else is going to make this super, super fast. So let's see how long. 8 hours. That's much better. As for us, we can continue on with our training, can't we? So we'll stay sat down here for now. We're a little chilly at the moment. We'll chuck on our furs for our feet and put the balaclava on. Our hands are a little cold. We'll go get something for them before we start our training. It is autumn after all. The glove liners might be enough just to take the edge off. Yeah, good. Okay, Madeline, teach me about handguns, pretty please. Okay, that was way faster. That was so much faster. And it's put us at 72. Can we train that any more today? No, we can't. No, we can't. She'll show us something new later. And Lake is just good when it comes to melee in general, so we could ask Lake, huh? A tiny bit of dodging skill. Social skill? You got 0 social. That'd get us to 53. Okay, it's a start. Let's start to improve our social skills. I think this is something that we should try and do a little bit more often when we've got the others around. Oh, okay. We actually managed to get our social skill up to 1. I don't think that's going to give us anything in terms of crafting, but it will help us just be more convincing going forwards when we're asking people to join us. I mean, hey, maybe there's a chance that Tracy could be won over. I think the other thing that we can focus on while everyone else is kind of doing their thing is deciding how we want the attack to go. I was thinking about momentum, and we need a significant amount of momentum. I wouldn't be against trying to have a vehicle that we could have our friends attacking from. So it would have to be multiple seats and maybe even multiple animals pulling it, like a chariot, like a full-on chariot. It would mean that it would be a little bit more unruly and more difficult to kind of get around unless we could kind of have it just be like one long thing. No, I think we'd have to go with the 4, huh? That does make it so much more difficult because, trying to get something like that down there's no easy way to do that. So maybe that isn't an option. I do still think that fire is the best way forwards, and the way that we'd probably do that is have Hilma doing most of the fighting and then having a fallback point that we can come to where Lake can fight our enemies in hand-to-hand and Hilma can just try and pick things off with her rifle. Yeah, I honestly do think that is going to be the best way to do it. Even so, I would still like to try and improve our pistol skill. I'm just hoping it won't drop down too much today. because that'll really inform us of whether trying to study these is going to give us anything in terms of recipes going forwards. So I think what I want to try and focus on for now then is the fire aspect of things. Homemade grenades could also still be quite fun. I still think we have a lot of fuses kicking about somewhere, and we can just use black gunpowder in these. Just looking at the power at the epicenter here, it's significant. But the thing is, we know fireworks, especially if we can get it to stick to them. So it's going to be clay canisters. That'll easily be the most simple thing for us to make for them. And methanol. A lot of methanol. And I do just want to be 100% sure that we don't have any kicking. I don't think we do. But it is just using splintered wood. No, that's a lie. We do have methanol. I thought we might. That's at least 2 Molotovs worth. We're just going to build ourselves a stone fireplace in here. I know, we've already got a lot of fire-based things, but just being able to have a nearby fire for various different crafting recipes makes things super, super easy. It also provides a source of light and warmth. And I know that I said the easiest thing would be the clay, but it does actually use leather as a cap, I think. And so just making some glass shards, that should actually be the easiest way to do it. We are going to need some more wood ash though. We've got a ridiculous amount of that around, so I'm just going to go and grab that and we'll be golden. Yeah, 23,000, that'll do it. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's go for 3 hours and 3 minutes. And now we can make 8 glass bottles from all of those shards. 8 hours and 8 minutes. Obviously that's going to take a while. We're just going to work as long as we can. And now that we're extremely weary, that's when we call it. Well, the good news is that everyone is done from building the dining section, so we'll call them all back with their renewed experience, and we'll see what that dining section is looking like at this point. Okay, yeah, it's extended right on out. It's joined up. And so I think this, being the pantry, is probably the last thing to get constructed as part of this main building. Well, they can furnish the dining room. For the pantry, it's just going to be more wooden panels. So I think we'll probably want to try and set up for those first of all, by trying to chop some more wooden beams. And it's going to take a while. We're going to get 2 different groups working on those, 5 at a time, and that's going to take them roughly 5 hours to get done. That's okay. In the meantime, we can get them working on the dining room. We'll still have enough resources left over. It's only using 8 panels. And we can pretty much get everyone to work on that, even Lakendra. I'm alright with her getting some extra fabrication experience. How long is that going to take them? Only 2 hours and 24 minutes. Well, I know we're extremely weary now, but it does look like we can actually learn some more from Madeline. We'll pass the time. Okay, I feel like that's probably good. We didn't get anything from that, but we managed to pass some time. Oh, I say some time? We actually passed like 5 hours, because they're done with, with all the crafting. We'll get our furnishers back as well, and we'll be sure to get those panels put together. Well, look at that. A proper dining room. I'm impressed, team. Good work. And so to make sure that we're actually still kind of getting use out of everyone overnight, because we are going to go and sleep now, we'll get these 2 chopping wood, and we'll get everyone else just kind of sorting stuff out for now. Oh yeah, no, that can't happen. Not while it's dark out. Alright, just sorting then. Well, good morning. We're out in the kitchen today because I realized that our storage zone wasn't actually including the kitchen. So that's one of the main reasons why we weren't able to see the rhizomes and whatnot. So I think if we look now, that should be different. Also, we can call back Gerald. Let's get you back here. And yes, okay, so we can cook up some vegetables and we can also make some starch from the rhizome. I definitely like some starch, so we're going to send Arturo off to do that. And then the other stuff, we're just going to have to set up manually. And that's okay. We've got all of our smoking racks down here. All we need to do is just go and grab the stalks from in here and then get them dehydrating. There we go. All 3 of those are now fired and we've got some left over, which we could actually just try and turn into cattle fodder. Okay, we have a load of the stuff now. Well, another 5. And we've just stripped the rest of the cattails there for fibers. A good use of them, I say. So Lysandra and Gerald are chopping some planks up for us at the moment. And we're just kind of waiting on the last planks to get done. And then we'll be able to get this pantry put in place. I do hope that it's going to be enough panels. If not, we can always just pull together and try and see if we can finish it off. We've still got about an hour to pass. So we'll just head back on over and continue working on our bottles. And it seems our wood choppers must be done, or must be close to being done down there. Okay, good. Let's check on our panel makers. Okay, they are done as well. We'll get you back, and we'll get you back as well. See where we stand after that. We actually have enough. Okay, it's a load of nails. It's all of the wood panels that we have left, but that is the log pantry. Okay, let's ask for that to be built, and we will be sending the 4 that are here to do it, leaving Madeline and Lakendra with us. So we're going to go and have a snack, and then it's going to be more pistol class. Okay, we've gotten nice and comfy again. Madeline, if you would be so kind, teach us about handguns. That's it. We've managed to get our handgun training up to 1. So let's see. Nothing. So we might need to get it higher than that going forwards, but we have at least some skill in handguns. Sure. Now our rifles is 3, and it was from the start. We were able to make the blunderbuss without any real shotgun skill. I think if we were able to get that up, that would be fantastic. One of the others might have shotguns as an ability or a skill that they know, but I think we might be kind of locked into what we've been using so far. And look, the flintlocks, they're not bad weapons. They are brilliant tools, but we just need every edge we can get right now. It worked before, so I think it's just gonna have to be that again. Rifles, but this time with a big friend. And don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you with a purely crafting episode today. No. Hilma and Lakendra here are going to go out on something of a scouting expedition. We are going to tempt the defenses of the Migos, and I really do think Madeline should stay here, so we will find something that Madeline will be able to do. Can you craft some wooden beams for us, maybe? You can. Okay, alright. More power to you. We are going to get decked up in our armor, or are we? Maybe we just stick with what we've got for now. I honestly wouldn't be against it, purely just because we don't want to get hit. If we are going to fight anything, it is going to be at ranged. As you can see, our dodge skill is absolutely terrible, and that's because of how encumbered our torso is. We can drop our backpack when we're getting into a fight, but that does take time to do because we are unequipping it effectively. Even so, we can try that out, can't we? We've got 28 cartridges with us. I'm just going to drop off everything that we don't need, and then we're gonna hit the road. All right, this is the final look with cowboy hat on, fur scarf wrapped around her neck. This is our Hilma, and we have our sidearm. We've got our side sword with us, the Xiphos. We've got our 2 flintlocks locked and loaded. We've got 28 paper cartridges with us at the moment. We're not looking at starting a war here. We're just popping out to say hello. That's it. We're going to get some water, some berries, and then we are going to start to head towards that tower. Okay. We're heading out there. Our weariness is moderate as well. We do need to keep that in mind. But it isn't too long of a journey for us to actually get there. So let's start making moves. Okay. We spotted a Camptosaurus zombie. We are going to cancel the auto move and see exactly where this thing is. It's nearly dead. There's some regular Camptosauruses down there. I kind of want to help it out. Or rather, help out the Camptosauruses. We don't want the zombie to win here. So let's just start to navigate down. We'll see how bad the situation is. Yeah, it's just the one. Okay, Lake could mess this thing up. Lake could probably kill it in a single strike. And I'm tempted to let her do that. So let's see if we can get this thing's attention. I think we'll draw our own blade. Draw, and let's do a test here. We'll try and just drop our backpack and see how long that's going to take. Actually, pretty quick. That is going to be more of an option for us going forwards, I think. Come on, hey, you over here, start coming for us. Lake, strike it down. Lake sweeps it to the ground, although it has grabbed Lake, but Lake is going to, yeah. Lake, love ya. We actually have 2 Camptosaurus zombies down there though, which is not so also injured. Huh. And you, same deal. Okay, we can totally deal with them here. I kind of want to leave the bodies for dissection, but for now, I think we'll just kind of try and maneuver, let the other Camptosaurus do its work, and let Lake carve away at them with this massive greatsword of hers. I mean, a few good strikes does it, Lake. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So freaking good. How long would a dissection take here? 3 hours. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to spend on that, so we are just going to smash them for now. We can smash them, or we can just do the quick, let's see, what is it? Dismember. 2 minutes to do that. And dismember here as well. What are we getting out of that? Tainted fat. Looks lovely. We've got some resources that are down by the cave here as well, but that's not what we're here for. Let's go use our scabbard, put the blade away, and those Camptosauruses can thank us later. I am a little concerned about Lake and her asthma attacks though. They do pass. We'll just keep a close eye on her. Unfortunately, we can't tell her to just use asthma medication. Look, there we go. Okay, that's good. And we are getting closer. Oh boy. How bad is it gonna be? We'll know as we start to get closer, if we start hearing, well, we're seeing 3 Migos. You can see them just to the south of us here. They are faster than us, they are nasty creatures, but they're also fearful creatures as well. Lake, where are you going? Run faster. Where are you running to? Were you running away? It can't follow all of us. Migo, you stay. Right, sure, Lake. I did say we were going to scout out, and that's what I plan to do here. I think we've managed to get the attention of 1. That's great. That's brilliant. We can deal with just 1, and I want to try and see if we are going to be able to fight here. Oh, we've left our backpack up there, which was not a great plan, considering our ammunition is up there. That's good. So we don't want to use our rifle now, because that's just going to cause too much drama, draw too much attention to us. Let's let it get closer. Okay, Lake just sent it reeling backwards. It is stunned. It's probably going to start running soon, so we want to chase after it ourselves. Okay, we got a good slice on it there. Are you really going to try and run? No, you're not. You just can't make up your mind yet. Okay, there we go. Now it's running. We mutilated it for 32 damage. It's bleeding heavily. Okay, that's good. That's very, very good. That thing is going to more than likely bleed out. And that's how we deal with Migos. Obviously, the Migo guards, that's a whole other situation. Yeah, we need to go back up and get our bag, don't we? Okay, let's see if we can just auto-travel up to there. Okay, that's got us pretty close to where we were. And there is our backpack. Good. Let's chuck that thing back on. Alright, and down we go. We can see that trail of blood, and it is a long trail of blood. We are hearing piercing wails and whatnot down below. And I'm not seeing the other Migo. We just see those 2. Okay. Alright, we'll keep our backpack on for now, because I don't know whether or not we're going to want to use our rifle here. I just want to... Oh my god, look at that. 7 of them. Yeah, I didn't bring any Molotovs because I wasn't really planning on fighting a whole army. That's a lot. Obviously, they want to try and stay as close to there as possible. I know this is very difficult to see. Ha, okay. That's 1 Migo down. 1 of them did. They really want to hang to that. If we get a little bit closer, they will see us, and they'll start to make their way up towards us, just like the other one did. Let's have a look here. Are you aware of us? Can see your current location. But currently, you don't want to come for us. Can you smell the blood in the air? Do you know what you're dealing with here? And I guess that's the thing, how smart are they? We can hear Lakendra just saying, "They'll kill us. Run away." Yeah, sorry. It's not exactly what we do. They are just asking to be slain. We've got a mass of zombie spiders that are making their way over towards us at the moment. That's not as much of a concern for me. Let's just see. It might actually go for the Migos. It is. It's going to go for the Migos. Well, that'll get their attention, and yep, that's them dead. Yeah, if we just threw a Molotov down there. Oh boy, that would be grand. Yep, I don't think we're going to be able to bait them past there. Let's try a different angle, maybe. It's going to take a bit for us to get Lake to follow us. Are you going to be able to follow this way? There we go. Just make your way on over here. We can try the west, and we can try the south as well. Lake does not like Migos. Honestly, I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. Come on. You big ugly things. I think we're going to get them in a group no matter what. I think that much is clear. And because of that, we are going to need Molotovs. But it is nice to know that Lake is just an absolute badass. Well and truly. We've definitely got people in this tower. We can hear screams. Let's just have a look and see if we picked out any voices, though, because sometimes we can hear that. Obviously, lots of Lake. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any people there. But then again, they might just be in areas that we can't, fully hear them. You're okay, right? You're saying, oh god, my leg. Let's just have a look at your wounds here. Yep, nothing major. You are doing absolutely fine, Lake. I know. We are in the shit. But this is what we do. This is what Hilma does. And this is not a big tower. Actually, it might not even be a tower. Oh man, we need to get closer. I mean, it does say scout tower, right? Let's just do a peek. Okay, it does seem to go up at least another level. We can't see beyond that right now. And one way that we can kind of figure that out is if we go to the map and then go up. Oh, we can't see. Oh, that's down. Hang on. What? Oh, that is up. But yeah, we're not seeing anything there right now. Huh. The closest point around here that we've actually jumped on top of is our cave. Yeah. Well, we've started the assault here, but we are far from finishing it. It's going to take a lot to win. It's going to take Molotovs. It's going to take fire. It's going to take determination, and it is most certainly going to take Lake. Seeing as we got rid of those dinosaurs, I think that we're going to be able to bring those resources back with us now. So we're going to head up towards this cave, and I'm going to see if we can haul them all the way back to Hopetown. Oh, that's them there. Okay. Good. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to take us a while to do this, but we should be okay, right? Can we haul? Looks like we can haul most of the way through here. Sure. Still, I'm going to have to do this process manually. It's going to take us a while, but we will get these things back, even if it means dragging them along the ground for, the whole journey. I just heard, like, a pretty serious rumble. Like it sounded like an earthquake. Maybe it's nothing. Oh boy. Or maybe it isn't. An anabolic Apatosaurus moving in the woods. Yep, we are going to stop moving things. Oh boy. Aren't you an interesting creature? Where even are you? There you are. Massive long-necked four-legged dinosaur. Yep, distended festering wounds. Great. Wonderful, and it can see us. Bogies incoming. Yep, I don't think we're going to outrun this thing, at least not right this second. We're going to drop that sword on the ground, and we are going to draw out one of our rifles. It's going to take a while before it's in range, but as soon as it is there, we're going to start to unload on this thing. Yup, it is making some pretty serious noise. Okay, we can see it. We're going to start to aim up. We want to get as good of a shot as we can possibly get. Give me a precise aim. Thank you. All right. Decent. It's bleeding. Don't hit Lake. That's going to hit Lake. That's not good. Okay, we're going to need to step to the side. Lake, just stay there for now. I think she can strike from where she is currently. Again, that's not great, Lake. That's not great. That is better. You monster. You absolute monster. She's just sent this thing reeling backwards. Just stay where you are. You're going to step forwards, aren't you? Of course you are. Yeah, I really don't want to shoot her in the back. It looks like it's clear. That's precise. I'll take that. 32 damage. That's good. This thing is feeling it. It's downed. Lake is just absolutely annihilating this thing. It climbs to its feet. It did manage to get a little bit of damage on Lake, but she is just tearing it to pieces now. Come on, one more good strike, or a few. It does have a lot of health, but Lake is just carving into it. And Lake is the victor, and I think she is barely hurt after that. Yep, just some bruises, nothing bleeding. Wonderful, absolutely freaking wonderful. Let's just go and reload, because where there's one, there's usually more, and we'll go put the rifle away just for the moment. And instead of hauling everything back, we might just spend a little bit of time here dissecting, and I say a little, that's a lot, it's a lot of time. But if we can get it done, we will. And we finish. In the dark, we've carved this thing to pieces. And we take a record of its vulnerabilities, of which I imagine on a creature so large are many. We've gotten closer to getting proficiency with zombie biology, and we have had a scout of that scout tower. We know that there are many Migos, and that's okay. Migos we can handle, even in a kind of one-to-one fight, and no doubt Lake can. With that weapon in her hand, she can hit more than one thing at a time. We just need to be wary once we get fire into the mix. The Legionnaires are assault on the tower. That is going to be in the future, and unfortunately, that is going to be next week. I am more than a little pressed for time this week, and so this will be our only foray into the woods. But Hilma will be back next week with darkness, and we will crack this tower like an egg. Legionnaires, I ask you, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned. And finally, I would like to extend a great big thank you to the Legion on Patreon, who continue to make this cataclysmic content possible.